today's video, we delve into the intricate political landscape surrounding government spending, focusing on the ongoing tug-of-war between Democrats and Republicans. This battle is not just about numbers. It reflects deeper ideological divides regarding fiscal responsibility and the role of government in our lives. As both parties grapple with budget allocations, the implications of these decisions ripple through various sectors, affecting everything from social programs to infrastructure projects. A significant player in this arena is Elon Musk, whose actions and business decisions have far-reaching consequences on government budgets and priorities. His influence raises critical questions about the sustainability of government programs and the potential for budget cuts that could impact millions. Musk's ventures, particularly in technology and space exploration, often rely on government contracts and funding, making his relationship with federal spending particularly noteworthy. As we explore these themes, we aim to engage in a thoughtful discussion about the balance between fiscal responsibility and political strategy. How do the actions of influential figures like Musk shape the narrative around government spending? What does this mean for the future of public programs and the broader economy? Join us as we unpack these complex issues and consider the implications for both policymakers and citizens alike, setting the stage for a compelling conversation on the intersection of politics, finance, and innovation. In examining the contrasting positions of Democrats and Republicans on government spending, it becomes clear that Democrats advocate for a more unrestricted approach. They believe that robust government investment is essential for fostering economic growth, addressing social inequalities, and funding critical public services. Key figures like Chuck Schumer have emerged as vocal proponents of this strategy, emphasizing the need for sustained funding in areas such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Schumer and his colleagues often counter proposed budget cuts by highlighting the potential negative impacts on vulnerable populations and essential services, arguing that such cuts would undermine progress and exacerbate existing disparities. Their strategies include rallying public support and leveraging media platforms to communicate the importance of government spending in driving innovation and improving quality of life. On the other hand, Republicans typically advocate for fiscal restraint, arguing that excessive government spending leads to increased debt and inefficiencies. This ideological divide has significant implications for future government operations, as it shapes budget negotiations and policy decisions. The Democrats' commitment to unrestricted spending could lead to expanded programs and initiatives, while Republican resistance may result in tighter budgets and a focus on reducing the deficit. As these two parties continue to clash over fiscal priorities, the outcomes will undoubtedly influence the trajectory of government operations, impacting everything from social services to economic recovery efforts in the years to come. Elon Musk has positioned himself as a prominent figure in the discourse surrounding government spending, claiming to have identified over $1 trillion in wasteful expenditures. His assertions highlight inefficiencies within various government programs, suggesting that a significant portion of taxpayer money is not being utilized effectively. Musk's statements have sparked considerable public and political reactions, with supporters praising his boldness in addressing a long-ignored issue, while critics argue that his claims lack substantiation and could undermine essential services. This polarized response reflects the broader debate on fiscal responsibility and the role of government in managing public funds. Musk's influence extends beyond mere rhetoric. His high-profile status and innovative reputation lend weight to his proposals for budget cuts, which could reshape funding priorities across multiple sectors. If his recommendations gain traction, we could see a shift in how the government allocates resources, potentially leading to reductions in funding for programs deemed inefficient. However, such cuts could also have unintended consequences, affecting vital services that many citizens rely on. As Musk continues to advocate for a more scrutinized approach to government spending, the implications of his influence could reverberate through political circles, prompting lawmakers to reconsider their strategies and priorities. Ultimately, Musk's role in uncovering wasteful spending may catalyze a broader conversation about fiscal accountability, challenging both parties to reevaluate their positions on government expenditure and its impact on society. The financial markets are closely monitoring the evolving political climate, particularly in response to government spending cuts and the actions of influential figures like Elon Musk. Michael Lee, a prominent market analyst, emphasizes that the implications of potential budget reductions could significantly impact investor sentiment and market performance. He argues that when government spending is curtailed, it can lead to decreased consumer confidence and reduced economic growth, which in turn affects corporate earnings and stock valuations. This relationship between fiscal policy and market performance is critical, as investors often react to the anticipated effects of government decisions on the broader economy. As discussions around budget reform intensify, the urgency for addressing current deficits becomes increasingly increasingly apparent. With national debt levels rising, the financial markets are signaling a need for responsible fiscal management to ensure long-term stability. Investors are particularly wary of how budget cuts might affect key sectors such as infrastructure and social services, which are vital for sustained economic growth. The uncertainty surrounding these political maneuvers can lead to volatility in the markets, as traders adjust their strategies based on the likelihood of policy changes. As Musk continues to advocate for scrutinizing government spending, the financial community is keenly aware of the potential consequences, underscoring the importance of effective budget reform to restore confidence and promote a healthier economic environment. The interplay between fiscal policy and market dynamics will remain a focal point as stakeholders navigate these complex challenges. The legal battles surrounding Trump's budget cuts have sparked significant controversy and debate, leading to numerous lawsuits aimed at challenging these fiscal decisions. Various stakeholders, including state governments and advocacy groups, have filed lawsuits arguing that the proposed cuts violate legal obligations to fund essential services. These lawsuits highlight the implications of budget reductions on programs such as education, healthcare, and social services, which many argue are critical for public welfare. Unions have played a pivotal role in this legal landscape, mobilizing their members and resources to challenge the cuts. They have employed strategies such as public campaigns and legal action to assert that these reductions disproportionately affect workers and vulnerable populations. By framing the budget cuts as detrimental to labor rights and public services, unions aim to galvanize public support and pressure lawmakers to reconsider their fiscal strategies. The potential outcomes of these legal challenges could significantly influence government policy moving forward. If courts rule against the budget cuts, it may compel the administration to restore funding to affected programs, thereby altering the trajectory of fiscal policy. Conversely, if the courts uphold the cuts, it could embolden further reductions and set a precedent for future budgetary decisions. As these legal battles unfold, they underscore the complex interplay between law, politics, and public policy, illustrating how judicial decisions can shape the landscape of government spending and its impact on society. The resolution of these cases will be closely watched by both advocates and opponents of Trump's fiscal agenda. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, plays a crucial role in the current political landscape, particularly in the wake of financial crises that have exposed vulnerabilities in consumer protection. Established in response to the 2008 financial meltdown, the CFPB was designed to safeguard consumers from predatory lending practices and ensure transparency in financial transactions. Its origins are rooted in the need for a dedicated agency to oversee financial institutions and enforce regulations aimed at protecting consumers, thereby fostering a more stable economic environment. However, the CFPB has faced significant criticism from various quarters, with opponents arguing that its regulations can be overly burdensome for financial institutions, potentially stifling innovation and access to credit. As the political climate evolves, the future of the CFPB remains uncertain, with its budgetary needs and regulatory authority likely to be central topics in discussions about fiscal policy and consumer rights. The outcomes of these debates will significantly influence the agency's ability to fulfill its mission and protect consumers in an ever-changing financial landscape. In this video, we explored the intricate dynamics of government spending and the significant influence of Elon Musk on this critical issue. We discussed how the ongoing battle between Democrats and Republicans shapes fiscal policy, with Democrats advocating for unrestricted spending to support essential services, while Republicans push for budget cuts to reduce national debt. Musk's claims of identifying over $1 trillion in wasteful government expenditures have sparked both public interest and political debate, highlighting the urgent need for budget reform. The legal battles surrounding budget cuts, particularly those initiated during the Trump administration, further illustrate the complexities of fiscal policy and its impact on society. As we navigate these challenging topics, we encourage you to engage with us by sharing your thoughts and perspectives in the comments section. If you found this video informative, please consider subscribing to our channel, liking the video. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you.